So let's see what kind of decision we are talking about and where is luck and success in this. So big decisions, for instance, which college you go to, whether you go to university or not, I guess any of you will agree that's a big decision. Which career you choose is a big decision. Anybody can think of another big decision? Remember what I said about engagement? I need you all to be driving the show, not just being entertained.
Whom to get married, boss?
Say that again.
Whom to get married?
Who to get married? Yes, I think you got your the right idea. Hopefully you made a good one, Santilla. You look happy anyway. Okay, so that actually, in truth, can derail a life or can make a life. You know, who you're married to. Regardless of their contribution from financial or other ways, is the harmony you have at home, the relationships, the encouragement or lack of it. It's really quite... I don't think there is a more important decision in terms of the major decision in life than who you make your partner, whether you marry them or not. Things are changing these days. You can be partners without marriage. Building or buying a house or a home or investing in that, which country you settle into. These are all big, and you said that you believe those are major factor, if not the main factor of success or failure. Let's take another type of decision, small decisions. Anybody want to contribute to a small, humble decision?
I think our daily habits are important.
Daily habits. Yeah, the daily habit as small decision. Okay. So, Cornell University made a study that I don't know if I really can figure out how they arrived at that. Sounds like a very high number, but that we make about 35,000 decisions a day. That's a huge number. But actually, if you think of it minute to minute, hour to hour, even to stand up is a decision. To have a cup of tea is a decision. To answer a phone or not answer it. So if you add up an entire day, whatever is your day looks like, we make 35,000 decisions. Some of them big, as we've seen before, some of them small. So most of those are, I guess, small decisions. You don't decide which university you go to or whether you do, buy a house. These are very much less frequent. So examples, which dress to choose, what color to pick. That's a small decision, nevertheless decision. What kind of dinner to have or which meal to have. Which book to read. These are useful, important, and actually books especially because that can take, anything from a day to a month of your time, any spare time of reading. Your to-do list, a lot of them can be small, partly shopping, partly at work, etc. Those are small. We tend to think of them, these are fairly minor. This is the big decisions. And yet, this is what the truth of this whole decision process is. Every decision you make has consequences, even the small one. But let's face it, if you do a task or don't do it, has a knock-on effect. That's really what the picture is showing, like a domino. Other things can be affected. Our maybe perception of ourselves as effective, as action-oriented, as whatever, can be affected. So you cannot say small decisions are irrelevant. It is like you're building a pyramid. All these decisions take you to the peak or leave you, if you like, in the ditch. So don't discount the small. Obviously, don't discount the large. So let's see the types we decided. Some of them need thinking. We said degree, marriage, investment. You need to reflect on those. Those aren't something you jump and do. And some not so much. If you have to think a lot about exercise, making a phone call, or to speak up, as we are now doing, I hope you're not spending too much thinking about that, then that's another type of decision. Need thinking, shouldn't need too much thinking, okay? Now, we have a situation to consider here. Every time you decide, you have either instinctively decided, I ought to eat this, I ought to not eat that, or whatever, or you have a conviction, let's say exercise. I must exercise. I don't think I sit and negotiate about whether exercise is good for me every day. I have a conviction, but I don't seem to do it. I have a conviction that sugary food is not good for you. But then whether I do it or not is another story. So if you have the instinct or the conviction, you should be doing it. But unfortunately, we don't most of the time. And if you don't, that domino effect starts to kick in, because it's a lot of things that should be supporting you in your growth and they're not. So we need a better method of dealing with this. And remember, the time is never right for this. You can't think tomorrow I will. It will always be an excuse. It'll always be something that you should, but you didn't. So we need to have an approach that will help us get there. And for those of you who have been more than 5 years, we will remember this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. For those of you who don't remember this, what does this mean? That's what they knew when they launched any rocket, or it used to be the shuttle in the past. Okay? You don't go 5, 3, 2, 1, let me think about this. You launch or you don't launch. So keep that visual in mind. Once you count down, you've committed. There is no going back. Obviously, you could have something explode and stops you, but not because you want to ponder it. So remember that visual is going to be the main thing as we go forward. One thing to consider also is it action that happen and then we are motivated, or are we motivated first and then we act? Let me have you participate. And if I hear immediately, I'll stay quiet. If I don't, I'll pick somebody in front of me and I will call you forward. So is it action first or motivation first?
Action.
Action first. Who said this? I'm trying to say.
Mayat. Mayat.
Yeah. You picked the thing up. Thank you. Okay, action. Who else either agree or disagree?
It's motivation first. Maybe action, there should be some motivation to happen.
Okay.
I think it can be either ways, but primarily, this is Abrar here.
Yeah, we need you to say your name because there are now 184 in the room. So we would like to know who has shared that view, and appreciate that you are making the effort. Okay, motivation first, Abrar. Is that what you're saying?
Fayez.
Yeah. Any more? Action or motivation?
And Dr. Joyce.
Yes, Joy.
Yeah, I think both ways. Action sometimes and motivation other times. Sometimes they're combination of both.
That's very good. You've covered all the possibilities. I like that. Okay. All right. So let's see which comes first. Now, how often would you say when you have to exercise, whether it is go to the gym, whether it is running, whether it is Pilates, whatever else you do you feel real urge and motivation and excitement and then you act? Or generally you push yourself, you go, and then after it you feel good about it? Most of us go to these activities not because we are motivated. Most people, for instance, whether you should get up now if you're asleep, motivation will not let you get up, will let you hit snooze and stay longer. Let's say here, making a cold call maybe to a client or to diffuse a problem. The motivation is rarely there, but you know you have to do it and you act. You act and then you feel good about it. Writing a letter. Doing what I'm asking you to do. Raise your hand and speak up. The motivation, I am having to encourage you again and again, and sometimes make it hard for you to sit quiet for you. So if you look at those and observe your action throughout the day and see, are you really motivated? Like if say you should eat less, are you motivated to eat less, or you act and you eat less, otherwise you put on weight? Okay, so in that case, that's what happens. Action drives you forward, or motivation usually is a negative. Motivation is, I don't feel like it. I'm not sure of how to do it. Some cases, this is not applying to everything. Some cases, there is a strong motivation, but generally we act, and then the motivation, because of the positive outcome, etc., kicks in. And yet, we hold ourselves 5 seconds at a time. Where does the 5 second come from? Why 5 seconds? Maybe 3 seconds. You remember me? Sorry?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you don't act...
Either jump, yeah.
Good. Keep jumping. Don't worry. We have no credit here. We just want to be all playing this game together and enjoying it. Okay, so are you really engaged with life, or are you holding yourself back? If you're sitting in front of me, think maybe I should say this. Some of you believe, maybe it's not the best opinion, maybe I shouldn't. You believe on the next one you'll speak, but in life it doesn't work that way. A missed opportunity is missed forever. Forever. You will get other opportunity, but there are new ones. They have nothing to do with the one you missed. So remember that. If you don't act, you lost it on that count. You cannot say the next one I'll speak. The next one is a brand new opportunity. So if you know something is right, if it feels right, what should you do? Come on. What should you do? I know it's right. Instinctively, I know it's right. I'm convinced. Khalil, what should you do? It depends on your luck. Who's in front of me? Khalil, if you know something is right, what should you do?
I will take an action.
Yeah?
Immediately, I will take an action.
Exactly. We want to get to a point where there is any conviction. I will say to myself, I hate doing this maybe. Maybe I will embarrass myself. Maybe nobody would like it. But it's a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll just open my mouth and speak. I don't start pondering it. Okay? Are we in agreement on this? Because we have to cover this a bit deeper. Okay. So what happens when you start to procrastinate? So I don't know if all of us are familiar with this word, but if you're not, become friendly with it, because it's something we do a lot of, and maybe we don't reflect on the meaning of it. Anybody wants to say, what does it mean to you, procrastination? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Like,
What's more?
Yeah.
it's like hibernation mode. It's just you just stick on imagining what's gonna happen, and you don't neither take action nor get motivated, and just stand still.
Okay, great. I'm not sure who spoke, but I want to say to you, please, if you spoke, give others an opportunity. Unless nobody wants to speak, then I would really welcome your contribution. But I want to encourage everybody to have a vote, say something. Yeah, it is a kind of pondering. Should I, shouldn't I? Should I, shouldn't I? In the end, you don't do anything. That's really what's intended here. Okay, so it signals pondering and no action. While when you act, those of you who spoke today, I guarantee you felt better after speaking. If you thought of something really relevant and you didn't speak, you procrastinated and you lost that chance. Okay. So failure to act equals obesity, bad health, goals missed because you did not jump on it. You thought there'll be a better chance later. You think maybe I don't feel like it. There is an inertia in the body, doesn't want to do things. Okay? So what do you see in this picture? It's a drawer out of a fridge, somebody who died. Okay? If you give yourself, your mind, more than 5 seconds, it's over. It's dead. The idea is dead. The opportunity is gone. So make sure you don't end up in a freezer. You don't want to be there. Anytime you hesitate, remember this picture. I'll end up in that drawer. Also, it's not always about action, because this is really where this can be very powerful. It's not about going to exercise and so on. That's all key. But you can employ this same strategy with non-action oriented activities. Say you have a negative habit. What sort of negative habit? Anybody can give me a negative habit? Not a negative action habit. We have discussed some of those. But psychological, behavioral, relationship, any negative habits come to mind? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They're all looking at me. I know you have a lot of them.
For me, instant reaction is also a negative habit.
Instant reaction. Okay. You actually mean rash reaction. Yeah.
Yes.
Rash. Instant is good if it is along the line of 5, 4, 3, 1. Remember, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is not instant. It is actually, the conviction is there. But some of us lash out. That is not a good habit. Look at these habits: anxiety, fear, judging, gossiping. So how do I employ 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in this case? Let me ask you, you have anxiety. Should I raise my hand? If you go to yourself, I know I have an ulcer, 5, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Anxiety maybe or may not be there. It doesn't matter. I'm going to speak. Okay, that is my new way. Judging another, something we do day in, day out. Judging another, judging circumstances, judging neighborhood, judging a street. We actually think we're being smart. We spend half of our mental energy, everything we encounter, we judge it. As if we are the gods that is to judge and be jury on everything we encounter. Maybe it makes us feel superior, that if I say such and such is rubbish, it means I know what's good, what's bad, and I could maybe solve it better. Fear. We know fear most of the time is unfounded. Like now, fear of speaking up. So if you employ the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hopefully those are something you will get over. And as an example, you will know this one. Excitement, whether you want to make a bungee jump or a jump out of an aeroplane or whatever, gives you excitement. Anxiety has the same signature, same feel. It's a same body reaction. What do you call it is up to you. If you think I feel anxiety because this could, the mind starts to tell you, because this could embarrass me, this could expose me. Or you say, I'm afraid, I'm anxious because the body reacts that way, but I'm not going to name it. I will just act. Okay? So, can you say 1 instead of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Can you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Does it work? Amreen, what do you think? You're shaking your head, I see.
No, because after 5, there is a continuous infinity number. So 1 means 1. Go for it.
Yeah, that's really the idea. You can continue, and some of us are good at that. If you think they have all day as well. Okay, so all you're doing is you had a habit loop, whatever your habit loop, and see if you can conquer it. Habit loop could be gossip. Can you catch yourself in the middle of a gossip statement and say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. I'm not playing this game anymore. It's counterproductive. It's demeaning me. It's making me into a smaller person. Okay. And it's also a signal to your brain to not to be based on emotional reaction, to be based on prefrontal cortex, which is logic. So there's only now, you are not born confident. You build that with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You might seem credible. You build confidence, yes, because you will act and act and act, and eventually action is your motto, and you will be more confident. Okay? So let me ask you this. Is courage the absence of fear? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I know you have the answer, but you don't raise your hand. You don't speak. Now, if you don't, you're lost, because those who spoke are eager to speak. So anyone?
Can I speak again?
Yes, please.
Isn't it courage is taking action in spite of the fear?
Exactly. If you're afraid, but if you act despite your fear, that is courage. We are all afraid most of the time. That's okay. Some of us can still act, some will freeze or flee. Hopefully you're not either of those. Okay, so it's not the lack of fear, it is acting in spite of it. Okay, what else? Now we come to the true value of action. This is a really powerful saying. It seems to be claimed by so many people. Doesn't matter. Whatever you think you can do or believe you can do, begin it. Action has magic, grace, and power in it. Okay, what do you think? Somebody wants to try and make it clearer for us? Anil, what do you think? Why is action has magic, grace, and power in it?
When you put your head to doing something, I mean, that's where you start off, rather than sit and wait. If you can believe in it, if you believe in it, just do it. And most of the time it gets done.
Yeah, you know, the universe is structured in a really interesting way. Those who act, doors and windows and everything open for them. People support them. Opportunities show up, etc. Those who don't act, sit at home. You go out there and act, suddenly so many things start to happen to support action. Life is action. If you don't, the opportunities miss and the universe can't support you. You did not move. So that's really crucial. So we're coming to the closing. It's a new year and hopefully there's a new you. And what will be key about your new you? What we want from you is anytime you feel inertia. Are we all familiar with inertia? You know, when the train wants to start moving, the engines are fighting against the heavy train, the inertia. And there's chug, it moves very slowly and then it starts to move. And once it gets going, it's a train running. Okay? So anytime you feel inertia, remember the rocket. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, act. You counter inertia. That's your biggest, if you like, break. Anytime you have a habit, let's say you have a drinking habit. Hopefully nobody on the call has such a serious habit, if it's a heavy drinking habit. The moment you hold the glass in your hand, you see the habit and goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, put it down. The moment, say, eating habit, you're now reasonably satisfied. You're still going because there's some food on the plate. And you see it's a habit of clean plate society. Don't join that society. It's not a good one. Okay, I have to eat everything on the plate. Maybe our parents taught us that, but that was okay when there was not enough food to go around. But when there's too much, don't clean your plate. I think that cannot help your health. Okay, so leverage habit, leverage inertia. to help you win this game of being what? A person who is biased for action. And I really sense it in everyone I am working with, who is biased for action and who wants to ramble and waffle forever, but actually doesn't deliver. You don't want to be one of those. You want to be the action person. And luckily for the company, you are all action-oriented. Otherwise, we would not be successful. And you include amongst you and rejects out of you. If somebody's action-oriented, they get a lot of respect. If they just shirk their task, everybody notices and they don't last very long. I hope this motivates you. I hope to find you using it at least for a week until it sets in as a habit. I want to wish you a great day. And now, if you don't mind, rate, if any comment, welcome. Thank you very much. Have a great day.